Okay, everyone. So I've got to update you on what is crashing the entire crypto market. Okay, it's FTT, ticker symbol FTT, FTX. There's a huge thing going on right now with Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX. A lot of rumors that it's insolvent. All right, that it's basically a liquid, that it's holding all of these illiquid tokens, and that it has no money really. It's down so much, guys. I mean, 87%. It was just down 60%, right? Just before that, it was just down 40%. I mean, where is the bottom, right? Is the bottom zero? Okay, who freaking knows? We're gonna dive into it, okay? I mean, look at this, right? It's affecting everything though. If you look at Solana is being hurt very bad by this, okay? Solana down 32%, right? A lot of the problems with FTX, okay, is Solana related, right? A lot of things related to the Solana blockchain. All right. You take a look at something like Phantom, even, right? Okay, Phantom is even down big, down 28%. We have let's look up another one. Okay, hold on. Let's give a shout out to BNB real quick, okay? Because Binance, all right, is really the only one that's kind of holding up a little bit better than everybody else. It is red now, but it was just going green, okay? It's flipped down to red. We take a look at ETH, right? Ethereum is bleeding, right? Everything is looking bad. Okay, ETH down 20%. Let's look at Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin crashing. There's so much right now that's just tanking and tanking and tanking, down 15% on Bitcoin. We're gonna jump over here and take a look at Twitter, all right, and really dive into it. Big shout out to Miles, okay, Miles Dusher or Deutscher. Not sure how to say it, but go ahead and give him a follow. We're going to go ahead and read through this Twitter thread right here and break things down for you guys, okay? So Sam Bankman-Fried was once admired as the king of crypto. Now Alameda, parent company, and FTX are rumored to be on the brink of insolvency. Okay. So for a long time, SBF was idolized in the space, famous for his arbitrage trading, founding FTX and Alameda, hugely successful investments like Sol. He accrued an impressive estimated net worth of 14 to 10 to 14 billion dollars, okay, at his peak. Lots and lots of money. All right. In recent times, FTX has been extremely busy, leading huge fundraising rounds for new projects. Aptos and Sui are the two most recent examples, right? There was a $150 million fundraising, and then a $300 million fundraising event as well, right? Sam was invincible. Despite the Luna causing chaos, he used the situation as leverage to continue an aggressive expansion plan. He bailed out BlockFi for $240 million. He bid for Voyager's assets, and he considered bailing out Celsius, all right? However, in the background, there were some cracks starting to appear. Eyebrows started to raise when Alameda CEO Sam Trabucco suddenly resigned, right? And that was a big deal. It's with the same goal that I'm announcing today that I'm stepping down as CEO, as co-CEO of Alameda Research. Caroline Capital will continue on as Alameda CEO. I will stay on as an advisor, but otherwise will not continue to have a strong day-to-day presence at this company, right? So that's when eyebrows initially started to raise. Additionally, a month later, FTX president Brett Harrison stepped down, and he stepped down right after that. That was about 1 month. These resignations occurred just before it was revealed that FTX was facing some legal trouble in the form of a securities regulator probe. Right? SBF has a clear interest in politics, evidenced by his involvement in the upcoming midterm elections, in which he has donated almost $50 million. He's also been doing a lot of things, a lot of political lobbying, okay, for crypto regulation as well. And that's one of the things that he gets a lot of backlash for, is because he's really pushing for government regulation, and a lot of people in the crypto space want things to say decentralized, right? They don't want that government regulation. So we can see the largest donors to political parties for 2022 midterms, right? And SBF is right there, one, two, three, four, fifth on the list out of largest donors, okay? We continue going on. This comes after his plan to donate $1 billion in the 2024 US presidential election, which he later backtracked on. But clearly, Sam has political interest at heart. Although public sentiment was becoming more negative towards Sam, the DCCPA draft bill marked a real turning point for the public's perception. A draft of the bill was first leaked online. All right. So Sam has been seemingly supporting the bill, but despite Sam trying to play the good guy on Twitter, there were clear red flags throughout the bill, which could pose significant threats to DeFi, right? Multiple key industry figures have spoken out against the bill, most notably BitBoy, who is working on his own, right? Eric Voorhees famously quizzed SBF on his stance during a bankless interview, and the clip went viral and led to continued skepticism among the crypto community. Right, the public damage for Sam was immense. Right, and this is when he really started to get a lot of that backlash. Sentiment shifted as people realized his intentions may be different from what was first thought. The shift in sentiment was the precursor for what was to come next, and a major contributor behind the severity of the recent FUD. Concerns started to bubble on Wednesday when Alameda's balance sheet was leaked. It revealed that the net equity in the Alameda business is actually FTX's own centrally controlled and printed out of thin air token, right? And we can take a look at some of these threads right here, okay, at Dylan Leclerc. We'll go into this real quickly, right? And per CoinDesk, Alameda Research has 14.6 billion of assets against 18 billion of liabilities. For assets, the 3.66 billion is FTT, 2.16 billion is FTT collateral, 3.37 billion crypto in Solana, 863 million in locked Solana, 134 million in USD, and 2 billion in equity securities. Most net equity tied in completely illiquid altcoins, right? And so for those unaware, FTX is the token issued by FTX, or FTT is the token issued by FTX for discounts of exchange fees. The total market cap is 3.35 billion and the fully diluted market cap is 8.8 billion dollars. You couldn't sell $1 million of this thing without pushing the market significantly lower, right? And then here, you can take a look, and they talk about SRM, MAPS, Oxy, and FIDA, right? And those are, another area where they have a lot of money tied into, right? And, those things are also super liquid and haven't been performing as well either. Okay, we'll go back to our original thread here and just kind of continue on. But one of the accounts that first called Celsius's collapse published a report titled, "Is Alameda Insolvent?" Right? The report labeled Alameda's situation as precarious, to say the least. And this is really what, got the fire going, right? Because then CZ started to retweet this, or I believe he liked it. He didn't retweet it, but more rumors started proliferating, and the FUD machine entered full force. Allegations of FTX's insolvency started circulating, right? And so FTX Exchange and Alameda Research hold 8 billion in FTT value, which is illiquid against a real market cap of 3 billion, right? So they're saying that they have more than even the circulating market cap, right? So that's basically $5 billion of magic money they report on their balance sheet. Sam is feeling the heat. Any sell pressure will crash this market cap fast, right? And that's what we end up getting. Then we saw a massive $584 million worth of FTT transferred to Binance, right? And there was this big whale alert right here. And CZ, the CEO of Binance, confirmed that it was in fact Binance who executed the transfer. We got the full confirmation that Binance was exiting its FTT position yesterday when CZ announced his decision to liquidate any remaining FTT on our books. So we just went over here how any selling pressure could crash the market cap fast. And what is this man doing? He he's crashing it. Okay. And you can look at it right here. But as part of Binance's exit from FTX equity last year, Binance received roughly $2.1 billion of USD equivalent in cash via BUSD, right, and FTT. Due to recent revelations that have came to light, we decided to liquidate any remaining FTT on our books, right? CZ fired shots at Sam, saying that they were selling as a result of learning from Luna, right? And basically comparing Luna or FTT to Luna. All right, liquidating our FTT is just post-exit risk management, learning from Luna, and that's the comparison right there. And all of this just led to the FUD and really just big, big drops, right? We gave support before, but we don't pretend to make love after divorce. FTX's primary token, FTT, dumped as a result, dropping 15% from its weekly highs, but it kept finding a strong support around the 22 region. Caroline, the CEO of Alameda Research, was forced to issue a response to CZ's sale. In my opinion, this response felt desperate and somewhat of a red flag. We all know what happened last time someone tried to steady the ship, okay? And this is what's interesting right here is, she says, if you're looking to minimize the market impact on your FTT sales, Alameda will happily buy it all from you today at $22. And we can see that that's exactly where it was finding support, was right around that $22 region. So, a lot of people are saying that, when it comes here to 22 and it dips below, right, there's lots of volume and buyers coming in here and really pushing the price back up. A lot of people were speculating that right there was Alameda, okay, and just coming in and buying in fears that they would get liquidated if it drops below 22, right? FTT isn't the only worry, though. Alameda holds many more tokens, which could be subject to downside pressure if the situation worsens, right? Besides FTT, which altcoins to watch? They analyzed here, okay, look on chain analyzed 56 addresses of Alameda and listed tokens of more than $1 million in holding value. Alameda could dump these tokens at any time, right? And these are going to be important to watch as well. SRM, LDO, Bitcoin, ETH, RNDR, Bit, GOG, Uni, Sushi, AVAX, right? These are all of the listings right here, okay? The FUD surrounding FTX has resulted in staggering outflows as people rush to withdraw funds. The threat of a bank run was looming yesterday as some people were forced to wait 4 hours to process withdrawals, right? And, that's another thing that we saw, right, is whenever you're not able to make these withdrawals, we've already seen that in the past, right? The company will come out and say, no, 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 everything's fine, we're good. And the next day they're like, hey, just so you know, we're declaring bankruptcy. Okay. So that's how these things have been playing out. And there's been, not a lot of transparency and a lot of lying by some of these big companies. Okay. Sam recently issued a response stating that FTX is fine and assets are fine. I just told you guys what happened last time, right? And he says a competitor is trying to go after us with false rumors, right? What competitors is he speaking of? He's speaking of CZ, the CEO of Binance. FTX is fine, assets are fine. No, they're not, right? And we can clearly see that. We saw that the token is down like 80 something percent, right? And so we go here, when there's smoke, there's often fire. The chances of FTX being insolvent are quite slim, but why take chances in crypto when there's viable alternatives? And that basically, sums up what we wanted to go over in this video, right? This is how single-handedly, Sam Bankman-Fried has kind of crashed the entire crypto market, through FTX, and it's really not so much SBF that did it, Sam Bankman-Fried, but it's really CZ, right? And he kind of just started and really prepped all of this FUD and got it out there. And then, his big whale transaction really just helped push it even more. And he's been, liking and, responding to tweets as well, spreading the FUD. Okay, so stay tuned for the developments. And that's it. Okay, so I'm going to end it here. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Thank you.